Hi, ladies and gentlemen. The name is S.D. Williams, your motivational godfather. Your motivational godfather. I'm here because you know I love you and I believe in you. Today we got Batman Samini, aka Wala Fashenazi. Alright, so we're gonna go straight online and interview Samini. He's one of the biggest among the bigs. In Ghana, we got something like the Big Six. Batman is one of the Big Six. When it comes to music, he's one of the Big Six. Alright, we're gonna listen to the new jingle made by Face Skin for the LxP Show. Listen to it.
Hey yo, check it out, yo. This is your boy Face Skin. The thing say we not go feed do but tell them say we go feed do This is a real vibe thing, I know. It feels so good to watch motivational Godfather on LxP Show. I watch, you watch, everybody watch, the world watch. Sam Williams on LxP Show. Good to watch motivational Godfather on LxP Show. I watch, you watch, everybody watch, the world watch. Sam Williams. Hey yo, check it out, yo. This is your boy Face Skin. The thing say we not go feed do but tell them say we go feed do This is a real vibe thing, I know. It feels so good to watch motivational Godfather on LxP Show. I watch, you watch, everybody watch, the world watch. Sam Williams on LxP Show. Good to watch motivational Godfather on LxP Show. I watch, you watch, everybody watch, the world watch. Sam Williams.
Alright, so we're going back all the way to Ghana to interview Batman Samini on LxP Show, the #1 show in the world. Doa, Alright guys, today we're coming to talk about the 3 positive mindset that you need to have, Alright, so the LxP Show is the #1 show in the world. Batman Samini have won, let's say thousands of awards, when it comes to music. He's the same person who used to be called Batman, and now his name is Samini. They've changed Samini for a long time. He's one of the greatest artists in Ghana when it comes to music. Everywhere you put him, he's really good at it. Really good at it. I admire him so much with the po, and I love to hear him on LxP Show. And today, through our main man Kwesite, I salute you, senior, for linking us Batman Samini all the way to be on LxP Show, the #1 show in the world. I told you that, he's the ladies' man. He doesn't want to talk about that, but he is. Alright, so we're gonna go straight online to talk to him about who he is and what he's done. But as I told you, he has won thousands of awards. He's been nominated for a lot of awards. When it comes to music, when it comes to raga, when it comes everywhere, hip life, put him there. He's a musician. He doesn't want to be tagged with one, gin. So he's really good. I even saw him acting. We will find out where his acting career is now. All right, let's go and straight to the. Hello, Maza.
Yes.
Yeah, Batman Samini.
Yeah, man. Greetings.
Yeah, greetings all the way from Australia.
Greetings, Australia. You're talking from tomorrow. Yeah, you're talking from tomorrow, eh?
Yeah, it's Sunday morning here.
Yeah. We are still in yesterday. Yeah.
All right. So, as I said, you're a good musician, one of the favorites in Ghana, and you earned a lot of respect. What was your, like? No, what take you to that level? Because we got musicians out there, they're good, but they don't earn that respect that you have. What's your secret?
Well, I believe that in every field of endeavor, as an individual, you need to be disciplined. You need to know the rules of the game, and you need to stick by them religiously. To be able to be among the selected few who are actually spearheading anything you want to do in this life. You have to be 101% at it. So I basically knew I was going to do music from quite an early age. So while in school, while I was entertaining people and all that, I knew that when I came out of school, I was going to be doing music as my full-time, occupation before anything else. So I made sure I approached it with all seriousness, and I did music as a business. That's why everything is set up the way it is, and we're still here doing this.
All right. Thank you so much. And like you're a ladies' man. Is it true or false?
Well, I do a lot of music for the ladies, so I wouldn't dispute that.
All right.
I wouldn't dispute that. They are my people.
All right. So, is it a trend? Because most Ghanaians started music from the church. You started at the age of 9. And now, your music cannot be played in the church. Why is that?
Well, I have music that can be played in the church, fortunately. So, I mean, you don't necessarily have to say Jesus Christ before they know that you're doing God music or you're doing godly music. So, for that matter, I think I have enough conscious content that can be played at any church function. Yeah. So I think I can fit in there anytime.
So, like this music can be played in the church.
Exactly. You can play this in the church when it's a marriage. When it's a marriage ceremony, you can play this in the church, yeah. So that the married couple can be advised as to how to, be there for each other 100%, as the golden rule to love.
All right, thank you so much. Maybe I will look for Reverend Obofor to do that for me. All right, so let's come to today's topic. Like, do you mind lifting your voice a bit because your voice is down? I know probably
right.
It's nighttime there and all those stuff.
All right. Better.
Yep. And then people want to really make sure that it's Samini. So do you want to give us a bit of popo here?
Nah, I don't think the people on your platform doubt you that you're gonna have somebody here impersonating, And for those who know me, this is Samini on the phone.
All right. Yeah. All right. Good.
Don't worry about it.
Good on you, man. All right. So you are number 82 person to be on LxP Show. So LxP Show is going far. And thank you so much for having the time to be on LxP Show.
Respect, respect.
All right, so let's go. Today, our topic is about 3 positive mindset that we need to develop if we want to become successful. What are yours to share with us?
Well, I believe in positive attitude towards work. That's been my golden rule. So the first one will be just staying positive towards whatever work or whatever task that you have to execute. So you don't go on a task with negative mindset. You don't go on a task with doubts in yourself and your ability, because that is you accepting defeat before you even embark on anything. So that would be one of them. And then another one would be like effective communication. Effective and clear cut communication, so that people know where you're coming from, and you also get to put your point across genuinely. So I think communication also played a role. And also I would say honesty. Yeah. So you try and be as honest as you can about whatever it is that you're doing, and whatever it is that you're trying to communicate to anybody. And you try and be as assertive as possible, so that you don't misinform people and mislead people, because that affects your brand as an individual, because every individual in the business world is a brand. So the brand, your self brand, should carry certain quality, and one of them should be honesty.
All right, so I got the gives on effective communication. If you say effective communication, like what are you trying to tell us? Because every communication, I think, is effective, isn't it?
You can't say every communication is effective, because effective communication has to do with being on time and being up to the task after you've said whatever you need to do. So, and also being very honest, like I said in the third point. So you can't just communicate without knowing exactly what you're trying to put out there and being ready to back what you've said. So your communication will only be effective when you're able to back what you've said with action.
All right, so let me just ask you this question here. You said being on time, and time is our biggest, the Reggie Raston said time is money, upashes can in watch. But when it comes to we, the youth and the black people as well, we don't value time. What would be your advice on that?
Yeah. Well, one thing I would say is that yes, we say time is money, but even on a deeper sense, you have to know that time is life. So every day you look at the clock tick-tocking, that is your life you're looking at until you can't see the clock anymore. So every little second that you dedicate to something or someone should be important and should be able to yield you some sort of value. So being on time is important in the sense that you don't go to a meeting late, and you don't take too long to deliver your task if you're in an organization and people are looking up to you before major decisions can be made or major steps can be taken. You don't drag feet and waste time, because at the end of the day, that small 5 minutes that you're going to waste there, it's everybody's 5 minutes that you're putting at stake.
All right, thank you so much. And being the honest part, I think we all understand that. All right, so
Yeah.
let's come this way. Your life. When somebody says Batman Samini, I've like I've told the world who you are, and it's all out on the internet. But people think you became Samini, all because you come from a royal family. True or false?
No, 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 not at all, not at all. That is something that came later on as I grew up, and I was told that there is a possibility that um, one of the local villages would be assigned to our gate. So by all means, somebody is going to have to be the one that's going to represent from our house. So this is different from how I came up as an artist and how I grew up. I grew up. I was born raised in Accra, with a humble family. I came from a very very humble home, a very 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 calm background. My parents weren't super rich. They did the best they could to take care of us. You know, it was six of us in the household with them. So it wasn't that easy. I wasn't born into any like golden opportunities that I could pick and choose what I wanted to do. So I had to really identify my calling and hit the road.
All right. Do you mind lifting your voice a bit because the audience are saying they can't really hear your voice loud and yeah.
Right.
All right. I know the time and I know what time it is over there. All right. So um you're not born with a golden spoon. You're not born with a silver spoon, as you said.
No.
Through your journey of becoming Batman Samini or Samini today, was it a point that you regret, like, having those parents as your parent?
No, not at all. Not ever. And I would never trade them for anybody or anything. My parents are the best parents in the world as far as my judgment is concerned. And for the two of them to take care of us, for all of us to be, successful today, I can only say that my parents have done, a marvelous job at raising children, because it's not easy raising four boys and two girls in one household. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. Yeah, so I would say I had the best upbringing with what I saw my parents go through and what I knew that they had available to take care of us. It wasn't easy.
All right. Yeah, I understand your parent because I've got two boys here, Sammy and Nana, and it's not a joke to have four
Right.
boys in the same room.
Yeah.
All right. All right. And they love you. They love you so much. Like, they like listening to your music,
Yes,
even though
yes.
they were not,
Yeah.
that kid.
Uncle will come home when I come to Australia.
All right. They are listening to you. All right. So let's come this way.
Yeah.
Was it a point in your life that you failed? Have you ever failed? Because people think you've never failed in your life. When you started your music career, nothing happened. Everything was smooth for you.
No, in every human being's life, you fail sometimes, and I look at it as everything is a learning opportunity, So I don't consider these things as failure. I consider them as hurdles in the race. So if you meet them, you figure out how to jump over them and keep going. So there's times where you put together a project, put it out, and it wouldn't even go a quarter of what you expected. It's or like it wouldn't even reach half of the people you expected it to reach within the time. And then there's times where you would also do some work and know for sure that this is gonna go And when you put it out there, it goes and it gets to the people. So sometimes you fail. There's also times where you do, the wrong investments based on your own analysis and stuff, and then you realize that no, maybe I should have put that money into this thing rather than that. So as an artist or as a people's person on stage, people don't really see that other side of you apart from you being on stage and entertaining people. So yeah, you have the other side of you as well, where you do day-to-day business activities where sometimes certain things go wrong and you're gonna have to pick up the pieces and come back again. Yeah.
Okay. So let's listen to one of your music. And this police officer she's a sergeant, but she love your music, and she love your music.
Right.
She's in Ghana, and she want you to, like, she want me to say this song. I will play that song, and you sing along for her. Then we come back to our normal interview. All right. Her name is Millicent Cranton, and she's watching. She's a sergeant in Ghana Police Service.
Hey, Charlie Millicent, with the Michao,
My own, next time I get chase and no money. My own, see my husband push it up and they climb for my kente. My own, like the air and the feel for everywhere I go. My own, see the money baby come chop on for me. They told the sun is the kitty. My camera for the clean, I know you're racing. Listen, what you smile, serious. Open what's a minute, chilly.
Baby, brony, yeah. Golden sweet chocolate. All right, Samini.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, I love your lyrics though. Now, my name say Bibi Nibi or Tite Brony.
Or to me, before any money now, SAMMY Arofono so Facebook
Okay.
on the block for no Tessia or more canon, but more to me kind of
Wow. All right. And then Jumu is me dedicating my wife or your Bibi Ni Brony. I don't got it, Zaro. Yeah, your friend Clarice.
Yeah, man.
All right. Yanko say. Wabra bomuno edrubebia, like unim say you are minjum no dia enyaba out we kra and no be disappointed we do sabre no da BS to abra bomuda. How did you go over it?
Obi disappointing or
in Jumu and I said life, like you nearly hit the nail on the head and somebody disappointed you.
I wouldn't say per se, because most of the things I do, I like to be sure of what I'm doing, and I do it whether or not whoever is on board is coming with me, So for people leaving you while you are on a project, it happens, You've worked with people that sometimes after a while you guys have to part ways, people go their separate ways, but I haven't really experienced like a major disappointment or like a major setback when I'm just about to finish a project, So I think I don't really be blessed on that side, say enyanto, but the basically
Okay. So Michelle who packing kind pass and yeah, Rasta men's. Say you're from Rasta man. Yeah, Rasta men's. You see, I can kind of sometimes move to me kind of. And so, what are the 3 favorite books that you can recommend to the youths who are watching you, who want to become like you or better than you?
Books. Well, a lot of opinions about books, so sometimes, for people like me who are like in the forefront doing stuff, it becomes very, 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 very difficult to make time to read as much as an individual would want to. And we talk about books, but we, the people that are actually doing the action on the front line, don't get the time to read as much. So to keep titles of books, I had a make it say the book with title as a book with title. But what I say about reading to the youth is that be careful the material that you read. Be careful the material you lay your hands on to read, because everything that you read, it becomes registered in your mind and it becomes part and parcel of you. And if you're not careful, you start to think along those lines and start to use those principles to kind of run your life. So while you're trying to expand your knowledge by reading a lot of material, I would say that you have to be careful and you have to be selective with what kind of material you should read. So to the youth out there, if you're in a certain field, read books about that field. If you're interested in going into a field, read books about them. If you're interested in, if you're curious about something, you do your research and you read books about them. You go online, there are books and there are books. And one of the main, how do I put it? One of the main tricks that people would use to choose a material would be to check the ratings and the comments. Then you get to realize whether or not this material is even something worth going close to. So that would be my piece about books and reading in general.
All right. So let's come this way as well. Like we have in our life, we have mentors. Like I would say, when it comes to interview, my mentor is Larry King, and so you, before you started your music, did you have a mentor? Who mentored you?
Before I started, I used to see Buju Banton from afar, and I used to like the way he delivered his music. And then growing up, I idolized the likes of Kojo Nti, Daddy Lumba, Machidede for their contribution to live music and for the fact that they are still relevant. So I realized that the trick is to do the music and do it live. So these are some of the names that I would say kind of come to mind when I'm thinking of being professional. And then of course on the business side of things, I respect Jay-Z a lot for his his dexterity when it comes to diversing into other areas, with funds, so that you can be able to have multiple sources of income to be able to run the entertainment empire.
Okay. Thank you so much for being on LxP Show, like, the #1 show in the world. And LxP Show have fly all the way to where you are to interview you. And thanks to you for giving us the opportunity as well.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
When it comes to investment, as you said, like Jay-Z, we all know Jay-Z is walking around with Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, and all those stuff. even though he's a musician, he was a musician or whatever. But let's come to our people, like, you know, the youth of today. When we get something small, we want to chop all. What would be your advice for those young people out there?
For the youth listening to me right now, you need to have the mindset of saving. You know, that's the first step. You need to be able to have that habit, that culture, develop that culture of being able to stash some away anytime you get some money, so that you can be able to raise your own little capital on the side to start your dream business without waiting for anybody. Because a typical example here would be, or a scenario would be, when you are earning money and you're splitting it into two and treating half of what you're getting like the pay you're actually getting, and stashing the half away like you never got it, and looking at it after 12 months, you will be shocked. If you can't do 50% of it, and you can do 25% or 30%, or even 10%, depending on how your expenses are or how your day goes. Just from today, if you're listening to me and you're going to pick something from this interview as a youth, pick this from me, that stash a little something away from any little something that touches your palm as your money. If it's 1 cedi, put 30 pesos or 50 pesos away. If it's 1 million, that means 300K or 500K is going away like it never came to you. And look at it after a given period of time. Give yourself 1 year, give yourself 2 years, give yourself 5 years. Depends on what you're trying to achieve. You turn around and look at that money, and you will realize that you wouldn't need to ask anybody for any favors. You know, so for investment, first step as a youth is investing in yourself by putting away some of the money that you get as you trying to raise your own capital.
Okay. Thank you so much, Samini, for being on LxP Show. And as we are just about to finish, we are just about to finish with you on LxP Show.
Thank you.
And we didn't want to waste too much of your time. We didn't want to waste too much of your time now. But there's yes or no questions out there, which will come very soon. Let's talk a little bit about your acting part. I saw you being an actor when I was growing up, and something happened, and yeah, what happened?
It was more of we were just featuring on this TV series show called Fresh Trouble, owned by Davy Albert. We all know Davy.
Yeah.
So Davy was a friend, and he actually was the brain behind Fresh Trouble. And I am an artist who just likes to have fun, and I like to, fool about sometimes, and just, so I love the comedy scene and everything. So I told Davy that, this thing that you're doing, we can do it too. Me and Kobeli and KK for students. So every once in a while, if you want us to pass through your thing, why not? So we did a few of these scenes, and it came out nice and successful. So it became like a part-time thing for us. Anytime we had time, we went on set to shoot some scenes, and it went nice. I think after that, I've done one more feature in a movie called Pool Party, and then I put a hold to it. That if I'm going to go into movies, I'm going to come back into it as more of a producer than just an actor appearing on people's movies. So if I'm able to come out as a producer, then I can put some of my stories out and get the right people to act them, and then maybe I'll feature for a few seconds after when.
Okay. So you now know an actor now.
No, I'm not. I just like to have fun there.
All right, hey. All right. So yeah, that's the sound. Yeah. So let's come this way too. Like, you didn't. The acting is over now. We were just having a Zoom call with other group. So the realization is that most of the youth think you need to come to overseas to make life, but there was no record that shows that you move overseas before you became a hit. What would be your advice to these young people out there?
My advice to the young people out there is that, especially look at the situation right now with coronavirus and the fact that they've closed down all borders. What are you going to do if borders are going to stay closed for the next 5 years? Does it mean that because you can't get the chance to travel abroad, you're going to stay at one place inactive for the next 5 years until they open it? So we realize that we have to be able to do whatever we can for ourselves with what we have, wherever we find ourselves. I came up from nothing to wherever I'm at right now, and I didn't stay around waiting to get a visa to go abroad before I make my music or before I make some money. And even when I got the chance to go abroad with the visa, I didn't go and overstay to become a citizen of some country of some sort illegally. I did whatever music I had to do and went back to Ghana as a legal traveler and, did my music in Ghana. So because I have been able to live in Ghana and become successful at what I do, I am a living example of the fact that there's life back home and there's a whole industry back home that is doing good, and people like me are living to testify.
All right, you deserve a hand of applaud over there. All right, so let's go to your music. Like Batman Samini, you were like whoa, 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 whoa. You featured about 50 musicians, more than 50 musicians, and you came up with your own album. You released about almost 10 albums or something, if I get it right. And you're still relevant. What is your secret?
Well, like I said, most like I was mentioning my mentors and stuff. The kind of projection I had in my head makes me where I am right now, and I'm not surprised to be where I'm at today because I'm here to do this for a living, to do this for good. This is how I feed myself and my family. Before I could invest in any other thing else, this is how I saw my first money. So music is all I know. So I wouldn't trade that for anything. And basically that's it.
Wow, that's good though. That's good to know. And so I have this saying that I've been telling the youth out there, because being the motivational godfather and you being the song godfather in Ghana, I think it's a good idea that we let people know that you need only one vision, like one goal, only one thing. Like you doing music. Music is what you do. But sometimes we drift around, we hop from one place to another just to, I don't know, because we hear there's money in music, we go to music. There's money in this, we go to this. But you've maintained it for more than, I think, almost 20 years, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. If you say from 2000, actually 20 years.
All right. So thank you so much for your music. Thank you. We love you, and we believe in you. We believe that there's certain things you have in your mind that you will do to help the youth out there. So what are some of the projects that you've done?
Thank you for having me.
What are some of the projects you've done to help the youth out there?
Well, we do our best to live exemplary lives to make sure we are inspiration to the next generation. So that alone in itself it's the first step. You have to be responsible for yourself, stand out, and be an example, and be a reason why somebody would want to do better. You know, but on the grounds, I mean, we employ a lot of youth in what we're doing in the entertainment, and then on the side, I'm a farmer, so agric is a different area for me that I do apart from music, and I work with a lot of youth. So, and then also, I am always open to travel and speak to youth at different colleges and universities on different topics, you know, so that I can be able to impact my knowledge onto the next generation. Yeah.
Okay. You got about 600, almost 700,000 followers on Facebook. What would be your, like, you know, you got 5 minutes. Just give us an advice. But, like, you know, build us today. So even if tomorrow we don't have you on LxP Show, we'll remember that Samini came on LxP Show, he said this and said this, and this person has made it in life. So you have 5 minutes for your advice.
5 minutes is a lot, but hey.
All right, hold on. We had Kobolo on LxP Show, and Kobolo said he doesn't give advice because Uwenyi on number more advice. So is that what you say?
That's not what I said. That's purely that's his answer for you. I was trying to say that 5 minutes is quite a lot, because a word to the wise, they say, is enough. So
I thought it's in the knot.
5 minutes will be, 5 minutes will be me running a sermon, I should say.
All right.
But, to the youth out there, start thinking industry. Start thinking industry instead of material. Start thinking factory instead of Range Rover. You know, because one factory can buy you 10, 15, 20 Range Rovers, but one Range Rover cannot build you a factory. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. Let's go to your yes or no. Yes or no.
You're still having your yes or no?
Yeah, yes or no is a hard talk. Are you a chief? Yes or no?
Am I a chief?
Yeah, a chief in that Wa.
Yes.
And what's your title?
My title, so that's not a yes or no then.
Yeah, but you say yes, so you just...
Pibilina. I am
Pibilina,
chief of Little Rocks, yes.
All right, so there's another yes or no here. In 2006, you went to Mobile Awards, and
yes.
Apparently after you came back, you changed your name Samini because people believe that you had an issue with Biniman. Yes or no?
No, that's not true.
That's not true. All right. So
I changed my name before the Mobiles nominated me. So that's why I was called Batman Samini on the mobile stage.
All right, that's good, because you know all this yes or no is to clear our mind, like, you know, the things that we've heard for our kids' days and till now. I still had that in my mind though.
Yeah. Okay, I just cleared it.
All right, thank you. It's God. All right, your yes or no again is that you went to a school, like as you said, to inspire kids, and the principal think that you rather have bad influence on them due to your appearance. Was it yes or no?
Yes.
So yes or no, you have explanation, you can give it to us, because yeah. So what would be?
It was an unfortunate situation that I think should not happen, and people should learn from it and stop judging people by their appearance and stop being primitive-minded by just being prejudiced.
All right, thank you so much. And the other yes or no it's a pretty thick one. Gone are the days before and before like Shatawale is one of your musicians, one of the musicians in Ghana. He was accusing you that you were sabotaging him, yes or no?
Yes, he was accusing me.
Yes.
But whether I was sabotaging him or not is the answer here, and that is a no.
All right.
And I think the truth in that has finally been cleared already, since everybody clearly knows that is just the way he likes to do his things, right? So most of what he says would be just trying to draw attention onto something that he's trying to, advertise or something.
All right. Thank you so much for having that time to explain yourself. The last one is this. We had Sarkodie on one of the interviews, and he said that some people just took photos or do music with others who have misunderstand each other, all because of the public. I just realized that you had a song with Shatawale. Was it real feelings or is just for the public?
No, I mean it was not fake. It basically, like I said, for us to do a song together, should be able to tell you that there is no problem, and so that answers the question about whether or not I sabotaged him before. So I think after the strategy that he used worked for him and people got to hear about him, it was his responsibility now to get the people to understand that most of the things that he says about this individual are just things to say just to have fun and laugh.
Oh, okay.
So at the end of the day, we had to make the plea for people to know that it's not war, because it's very important. So basically, this is not it's not a planned thing to come and trick anybody. It was actually his initiative when he met my producer and said, "Yo, tell your man we for do something, and time to go for do something." So we put something together, send it through. He did his verse, brought it back, and here we are.
Okay, thank you so much. Kwesite just joined us on LxP Show, and we thank you so much for.
Yeah. That's my boss, That's my boss, Kwesite, He's my boss and he's an artist as well. So when it comes to the music, he's like my artist. But when it comes to the executive side of the thing, then he becomes my boss.
All right.
So yeah, me and Kwesite have a track. We have a few tracks together actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a wicked reggae song that I would like him to, let the people hear one of these days if he has that track. I mean, one wicked reggae song that Loud City produced. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Kwesite was actually the main pillar behind my Untamed album, because he introduced me kind of to Loud City music producers who did the album, and it came out successful. So and actually, like, let me even tell you more. Kwesite knows me before Linda came out. You understand?
Wow.
He met me way before I could do my first album. He's one of the few people that said, "Yo, I like this kid. I like how he sounds, and I think he's going to be successful." That's what he told Dana King, So people like this, if you still have them with you and you're still vibing, it's priceless, because the journey has been so long that sometimes it's hard to find people like this who are like the foundation energies of how we actually got here. So big up yourself, Pat.
Yeah. All right. And Nana King as well was saying I should say hello on behalf of him. So.
Right.
Yeah. And yeah. So thank you so much. All right. Go ahead. Nana King?
Yeah. Respect Nana King himself. Original.
Ashanti International.
Original. My boss man. He's the main executive. I mean, the main technical man behind my early days, and I'll never forget that. That's my boss, Yeah.
All right, so Batman Samini, that's all we have for you today, and thank you so much for being on LxP Show. And if you have anything you want to say to your fans,
thank you.
Just go ahead and just in 2 minutes say anything you want.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Thank you. Big up all the listeners that tuned in to listen to us today. Thank you guys for your time. And as we all stay home, let's stay safe. Let's follow all COVID-19 rules. Let's observe social distancing, and let's keep clean. Wash your hands, and keep your mask with you and use them as and when you need them. And you know the rules. Just make sure you stay home and stay safe. Until then,
all right, thank you so much, Samini.
Come on.
Alright, so that's Batman Samini on LxP Show.
I can't believe I can't be cool.
LxP Show is the #1 show in the world. When we promise, we deliver. I told you we're gonna have Batman Samini on LxP Show. It's gonna be on Sprasha, it's gonna be on YouTube, Facebook. Here we are. It's everywhere, man. You're gonna watch us live also. Thank you. God bless you. And share the video. Tell a friend to tell another friend that we need to have a way of effective communication. Believe in ourselves and be honest to others. Be on time. That's what we learned from Batman Samini. That's what has made him the man of the game for like 20 years. Thank you. God bless you. And let's listen to a bit of this song and we take it from there.
Let's take it.
I send the voice notes. My family be say money a grow my nigga. My clock the TikTok. Been waiting all day. Trying to.
Alright, Chrisite, thank you so much. Thanks to everyone who is watching. And Neo Dai, my wife, my kids. Thank you for giving me the time to be on LxP Show. And God bless you all. God bless you, Samini. And until we meet again, God bless you. Brian Cool.